Yo, what good, everybody? It is I, this person right here, Rage Cage 20. Gotta move this real fast so I remember to take my allergy medication today, because that's gonna be a long day if I don't. We're back here with Jonathan Young's 2015 stuff. Today we have What Do You Mean? Justin Bieber, and as I assumed, it wasn't going to be just a straight up cover of Justin Bieber. I saw Travis on the thumbnail. It's the Punk Goes Pop. There's going to be some intense screaming Justin Bieber up in here. I can feel it, which is very, very entertaining. Before we jump into that, as a quick announcement, I'm going to say this maybe different places throughout the next couple of Jonathan Youngs that we have while we're finishing out 2015 here. I have a different plan going forward with Jonathan Young 20 anything at this point. Going further with the years so we can get through them not only faster, but so I think I can maybe enjoy them a little bit more. I enjoy everything that I hear more or less from Jonathan Young. However, he makes like one a week throughout the entirety of a year. It's like 4 or 5 albums worth going through them. So I still plan on watching every single one throughout the year. However, I don't plan on making a video of every single one throughout the year. So when we go into 2016, probably only going to do a few videos. A decent amount, but only a few. So like we're going to skip ones like that I think are just going to be, kind of average standard Johnny Young's, kind of like maybe what we're listening to today would probably be something that we'd skip. Like looking at the ones in 2016, like California Girls, probably skipping that one. What Makes You Beautiful, Uptown Girl, ones like those. It's just going to be like, it'll be good, but it ain't going to be like pizzazz to it. And we're definitely going to hit, of course, his Disney ones. We got his Disney ones, like the first one. Well, the first one's Stand Out, but we've already listened to Stand Out. But I've listened to both versions of Stand Out. I prefer the 2016 one over the one he redid with Caleb. Don't get me wrong, Caleb's really great. But it just had a different sound, a different feel to the original that I liked more. But the first one we have, I Won't Say I'm in Love, which I'm pretty sure he does with Savannah. Definitely would check that out. I'm kind of interested to see what he does with Bad Romance, some Lady Gaga. I'm not sure if we'll start skipping the anime ones or not. Those are usually pretty hype, like the DBZ ones, so maybe we'll do the One Punch, maybe we won't. We'll be doing a One Punch here at the end of 2015, so we'll see from there. Like stuff like that. Eye of the Tiger, probably check that out. Obviously In the Dark of the Night, because that's Disney, like stuff like that. We'll still, like, if it looks like, oh, this one's probably going to be really good, then we'll jump on that. I didn't put the Phantom of the Opera. I got to change that one because I have seen that one and I don't have that marked. But yeah, so that's kind of what we got going forward with Johnny Young here. Hold on. Yeah, you can hear a sound. Okay. So that's the plan going forward so we can catch up to 2023. We're several years behind. Start checking out some of his originals he's done, see if he's like gone back up. Now I know that this means that there's probably at some point, I would guess a year or two from now, maybe a little bit later, John's gonna be like, you know what, I'm tired of my 2015 stuff. That's a bad representation. Delete it all. He'll probably do that at some point, because I think he gets a hard on whenever he genocides his music and the art that he puts forward. Still not a huge fan of. If you watch the beginning of 2015, you know that. I was pretty scathing about that opinion. He's already jettisoned. There, I was gonna say jettisoned, but genocided works as well. All like almost all 2015 stuff from Spotify. It's only a matter of time before he destroys all the videos. So I know it's like some of the 2014 that I was able to save that you can still watch because I have it all available to watch and whatnot. You're gonna be like, but Cage, if he destroys it all and you don't do everything from 2016, like how are we gonna be able to watch it? Well, unfortunately, I don't think I'm the one to save Jonathan Young from himself. I wish I could be that person, but I don't think I'm the person who can hold up the mantle not anymore. 2014, 2015, I got you. 2016 on, if John decides to go on a killing spree, I don't think I can be the one to save him anymore. Sorry. It's just how it is. Anyways, let's not waste any more time. Let's break it down on here. What do you mean, Justin Biebs? We got John, we got Travis, we probably got Screaming up in here. This should be very entertaining. So let's go.
What do you mean? Oh, when you're not your yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Ooh, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? You're so indecisive in what I'm saying. I'm trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. I don't know if you're happy or complaining. The more for us to end, where do I start? First you wanna go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Wanna argue all day, make love all night. Push you're up, then you're down, and in between. Oh, I really wanna know, what do you mean? Oh, when you're not your yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? Oh, when you don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? Oh, 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 what do you mean? I said we're running out of time. What do you mean? Oh, what do you mean? Better make up your mind. What do you mean? You're overprotective when I'm leaving. Trying to compromise, but I can't win. You wanna make a point, but you keep pretend. You had me from the start, won't let me stand. First you wanna go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Wanna argue all day, making love all night. First you're up, then you're down, and in between. Oh, I really wanna know, what do you mean? Oh, when you're not your yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean? You don't want me to move, but you tell me to go. What do you mean? I wanna know. What do you mean? I said we're running out of time. What do you mean? Oh, 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 what do you mean? Better make up your mind. What do you mean?
Classics. Remember that? Remember that?
Give it to me, I'm worth it.
I was like, are we gonna get some more? Are we gonna get some more from it? Some more Travis in here? Yeah. We got a third? Nah. Bring it back like you left some. Alright. Classics. Classics. Oh man, that was really good actually. I actually like that. First of all, I love the drum, the rhythm that the drums especially were setting up, and we're really driving the rhythm that the drums were doing. I enjoyed that rhythm. That was really cool. I thought it was a really cool shake up to the original. I loved Jonathan Young's just kind of tone mixed with the tone of the guitars and everything. Just kind of this like smooth, kind of like a smooth rock feel. Like not like a heavy, not like, well, I mean, it's, you know, obviously there were some heavier elements added on top of it, but just purely John's vocals mixed with the instrumentation, especially from the electric guitar. Just kind of this like kind of smooth, laid back rock feel to it, which was like real, it meshes really well with a pop song in general. Like that's kind of a very smooth, clean transition. So John's vocals sounded clean and smooth in here, and I liked that. And I think they used Travis very, very wisely throughout here. I love that it was just kind of a harmony almost the entire way out of clean vocals and harsh vocals at the same time. Just kind of playing off of each other. I thought it was really cool. And then there's moments where the harsh vocals would get louder, but you could still hear John in there. And then it would go back and forth. I thought that was really intelligently done. I thought that was really well done. It sounded pretty fucking cool. Like throughout the whole time, I was just wondering, like, I wonder if I could find this on Spotify because I feel like I might get away with playing this at work. And then we got to the end where it was just Travis screamed the whole way through. I was like, nah, I don't think people would care for that. I would still do it. I would still love it. I know there would be the odd person out there that would be like, hey, it's kind of cool. But in general, that might not have the right tone. So it's just like, okay, maybe never mind then. But uh, Travis kind of taking the bridge there. I believe it's the bridge out to the last chorus or something, or I think he bridged out or something, like bridged and outroed. I can't remember, but that was okay. I was kind of like really in love with the thought of both of them being together, but giving Travis his own voice at one part and Jonathan dropping off, I was okay with. But I was grooving with them harmonizing like that. I could have dealt with that the whole way out, but I wasn't mad that Travis was there screaming on his own. I was okay with that. And he didn't get too exaggerated with the deep gurgle growls or anything. Like, he just kept it that clean, higher, airy scream all the way out. Like, absolutely no complaints. No complaints at all. Like, mixing was good. I feel like if my ears remember correctly, that's a little hard to tell because something going on with my left ear and it's not hearing as well as my right ear at the moment. As I've mentioned before, the whole left half of my body is trying to die. It's crazy. So that's like, so I couldn't really tell if like John was maybe like, if anything, it would have been like just a notch lower than the instruments. I feel like maybe he had a tiny bit of distance to him, but it wasn't so much that I'm just like, is John singing? Can I hear it? It wasn't overpowering. The instruments didn't overpower the vocals, but if I don't know if I could say that they weren't competing with each other. At least it did. I don't know if I could clearly hear vocals over instruments or if they were like almost level. I don't know. That might be the only slight little bit more in the vocals, but that would be it. Like, other than that, like no complaints. Like, this was good stuff right here. I actually really enjoyed this. And in the beginning, you can see, when I bring it down, you'll be able to see, but you can see John smiling when he starts it off. It seems like they're having fun with these, and I enjoy that. Yeah. We're just going to go through the video. I was just like, it's a short 2.5 minute song, like, or at least their version is 2.5 minutes. I don't know if the original is like 2.5 minutes, but theirs is around 2.5 minutes. So it's like, it's a short song. I'm not gonna bother writing anything down. We'll just go through it. It should be over quick, So we're just gonna quickly-ish, probably within the next 10-ish minutes, 10 to 15 minutes here, just go through, point out some things, enjoy what happened here, and call it a day, shall we? So let's bring it on back down here, back to the beginning. Let's pick apart how just nice and smooth this was. So first off, some nice treble from sounds like a hi-hat and some clapping, mixed with that piano to start everything off. Again, starts off nice, soft, and smooth. Like, right out the gate, just has that kind of beautiful smoothness to it, and I like that. Also, I love Travis's hat. Just obey. It's trademarked. It's fantastic. That's a great hat. I love that.
What do you mean? Oh, when you're not your ears.
Yeah. Okay, I don't think my ears deceived me. Like, it definitely, John is above the instruments. You can hear him clearly, and then Travis is quietly scream harmonizing with him. It's not at the same level as John, so the vocals aren't competing with each other, but it's under him, but it's still audible, which gives this nice little scream layer harmony underneath it. It creates this great mixture between the two different style vocals there, like that. But it's not 50-50. They're not necessarily clashing with each other, but the instruments are right under the vocals. They're like this close to trying to drown the vocals out, but they're not. So it's definitely acceptable, but I could definitely use just one more tick on the vocals to kind of separate them from each other. So they're not like threatening to be like, oh, I can't hear John. You know, it's like it's so close to threatening that, but it's just okay enough to it's like it's fine. You know, don't even notice it. But like, yeah, I could use a little bit more tick in the vocals in the mix, but it's still good. Now let me hear what they're doing here, what the instruments are doing here.
When you're not your yes, but you wanna say no. What do you mean?
Yeah, you have. It sounds like you have two guitars, one doing some strumming and chord work, and the other just doing single note melody stuff, which is a beautiful combination of it. The melody one is kind of lower and underneath everything, which is nice. I kind of like that. So you have this kind of separate melody line on top of the vocal, or right, like very underneath the vocal melody line. So creates this very beautiful harmony between the two, which is very nice. And then you have these strong rock metal power chords, but the distortion's way down, so it's not just this heavy dun dun dun, you know, crazy death metal chords or anything like that. But you still have those traditional metal power chords in there. However, they're a lot more airy. They're a lot more light. They're not as distorted, and so it just creates this kind of beautiful, warm, like summertime rock jam chords going on here, which is really nice, and it matches with the pop vocals very well. It's just this very great instrumentation we have written here.
But you wanna say no. What do you mean?
And I love just the not only the snappiness of these drums, but that rhythm I was talking about. This it just kind of has this. It's almost like dance kind of rhythm to it, but like a little bit more spaced out, a little bit less frantic, you know. But it just has that nice kind of hits coming in there sporadically, but also has this kind of routineness to it. It's such a great rhythm that just combos very well with what the guitars are doing. What I'm saying. So really nice when we get to the verse here, especially the first verse. Travis drops off, the chords and everything drop off, but you still have the chords, the last chords hanging over everything as we get back to just the kind of the treble mixed with the kick drum of the drums, and the piano comes back in. Really nice bringing everything down, making the vocals very clean and coming out above everything. Great choice for the verse here. This has not always been the way it's been in 2015 for Johnny, and I really appreciate this. It feels like we're going in the right direction at these last two, and I like that. But yeah, like really nice. Again, it brings back that smoothness to everything, so it just kind of feels like this lighthearted, smooth rock jam. It's really cool.
Trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. I don't know if you're happy or complaining. The more for us to end, where do I start?
And then nice when all the guitars and everything kick back in, the drums kick up more, Travis's vocals come in as well. Like adding the right levels of intensity at the right time, I think is just like it's a really good example of writing and mixing that John's got going on here, and I like that a lot. And I don't remember the original vocal rhythm from J to the Beebs, but I feel like John has changed it. I don't remember this dun 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 dun. Like I don't remember it being that fast and kind of like separated with pauses and stuff like that. So I need to go listen to the original now, because I feel like John switched it up. Maybe not a lot, but quite a bit. Kind of played with the rhythm a little bit, which I like. Mixed with everything that's going on with the instruments and all the other stuff he's got going on, it fits really well. So either I'm tripping and that's verbatim how the rhythm is, or John switched it up. Either way, it sounds really good. I like it. I like the way the rhythm's just very playful while it's delivering these lyrics that every man has gone through. If you've dated a woman, every man has gone through. Just something's not right, man. Something's not right in the inner workings of the female brain, man. Like It's almost like they're just fucking with you for fun sometimes, you know? I don't know. Anyways, let's keep going. So compared to the chorus, started this off, which again I don't know if that's how it starts off in the original. I don't think so, but maybe it does. I don't know. It's very kind of quiet and whatnot. This one, actually, Travis has kind of overtaken John's vocals a little bit, but they're still close together, still harmonizing with each other. And, that extra addition of scream in there kind of heightens what the lyrics are saying and also has just this great sound together. So I like this. Now we get back to the chorus. So Travis's vocals have gone back down, but I like that they cadence together on "What do you mean?" and then they both break off and the instruments have their little fun in there, which is nice. And then John comes back by himself to deliver a line, and then they come back together, but Travis is back down. Like, this is really good vocal play here. Like, this is really good mixing and choices on the vocals between the clean and the harsh vocals. Like, this is like primo writing and mixing here. I love this. It sounds so good, so catchy. Nice little hold over for the harsh vocals there. Again, just all the choices they're making vocally here is just like, yes. And then we're melting everything back down to verse 2. And John's kind of ad-libbing on top of that. Which, again, is in the original, but, the vocals are ad-libbing on top of that. Just adding a few extra repeats of what happened in the chorus there as everything's kind of winding down. Very beautiful there. I like that transition. Travis is back out again. Just good, nice. Good chunky bass and guitar chords in there. Better make up your mind. What do you mean? And with that fill, Travis comes screaming back in there. And I think we're going to get to a solo, if I remember correctly. I don't know, we're back to just Travis here. Travis jumps in, takes the vocal line, and continues with it, which is really cool. This the intense scream only is a little powerful. Not too powerful, but it's bordering on. But for how kind of smooth this song has been. But you know what? I don't mind that the harsh vocals got its own solo in here and whatnot. I'm okay with that. What do you mean? You're overprotective when I'm leaving. Trying to compromise, but I can't win. You wanna make a point, but you keep reaching. You had me from the start, won't let me stand. First you wanna go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Some good acting from there. And you notice the drums are getting a little bit more. They're more. I don't necessarily involved, but they're hitting more of the drums a little bit faster, and what they're doing is more, kind of chaotic, but just more sound coming from the drums in general, because it's not going to overpower the harsh screaming vocals, so it can be more chaotic. And I think the chords are a little bit louder in the mix, which is again good mixing. When you have that powerful, hard to drown out screaming voice, you can afford to make everything else get louder and be more chaotic. And then if that fades away, then you bring it back down. This mixing that I know John can do makes me think, because I've heard him do it before, even before we were having all those mix issues in the verses and stuff. I know he can do it really well. So my guess is just he liked the way the other verses sound when they were kind of drowned out by the instruments. I don't know. But he clearly knows how to mix, unless this is Travis doing the mixing or someone else on this one specifically. I don't know. But he clearly knows how to mix extremely well if this is John. So I don't know what happened in the past. It's very confusing. First off, I love that just the chord strumming and everything going for the guitar is like moving up stepwise and just kind of moving around. That's really nice with the ding 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 ding. So like it sounds like it's just one note, but it's like it's just a lot of fast strumming on it. I like that. And just the fills and the constant going from the drums is really nice as well. On top of that, I just like that everything's building here, both stepwise, interval wise, and just intensity from all the other instruments. And the nice pickup back into the chorus. John joins in the vocals there. Really fucking cool. Love that. So just like the other choruses, Travis again is kind of underneath, but this time he's screaming more intensely and more passionately, so it kind of pushes him up a notch, but he's still kind of under John in the mix, which is again really great vocal writing and vocal work here. And it sounds like everything just kind of slowed there for a second. Was that one frame of like moving back to John there that I assume was accidentally effect of the editing or something? Is that what I caught there when I paused, or is that something on my screen? I was just, as someone who has to do editing and whatnot, if something like that happened, I'd be like, fuck it. I would leave it in too, because not many people would notice it. So I wonder if that's what happened there. Anyways. If you notice, the subdivision of the instruments kind of chills a little bit from that crazy like just going on there. Just kind of slowed down to a little bit more of a slower subdivision. Like the tempo's still the same, but it's just kind of become more free and airy there around this last part. Very beautiful falsetto notes there. Nice little embellishments from John. Very gorgeous sounding at the end of the chorus. A really nice held scream that decays in pitch at the end there. That's really nice. I like that. So at the end. Love that. That was fun. That was fun. That sounded good. The mixing and writing were on point on that song. That's what's up. That was good. That was good right there. Alrighty. So next we do have Ginger. Of course, following the list. Next for Jonathan Young, we have True to Your Heart, which I believe is Disney song. Is that Tarzan? I want to say it's Tarzan, but I don't know. I'm 100% positive. But hey, we're back to a Johnny Young Disney song. I liked that. I like that. Unless it's like DreamWorks or something. I want to say it's Disney. I want to say it's Tarzan. I don't know. But that's what we got for Jonathan. But next on the list, we do have Ginger, Judgment, and Punishment. Right? Pretty sure. We're doing a double take of that, of course, the music video and Tatiana's one take in the studio. We're going to do both of those. Then after that, we have a different artist, which if you want to find out who that is, I guess you got to come check out Ginger. But of course, after that artist, we do have Jonathan Young, True to Your Heart. So thank you all for joining me here today. Johnny, thank you for the music. It's just when you have everything just perfect like that, it's just so good. And it's appreciated. I will see you all next time.